I swear those 2 weeks felt like the longest of my entire life, like one long stretch of bad coffee, waiting rooms, and the constant hum of fluorescent hospital lights. My mom had been in and out of the hospital, and I'd been juggling remote work deadlines while shuffling insurance forms that never seemed to end. Sleep, maybe 4 hours a night, if that. My whole body felt like it was vibrating from exhaustion. And all I wanted was one thing, peace. Just 4 hours of peace on my flight home. No phone calls, no paperwork, just me. A window seat in the sky. I'd even splurged for it. Seat 16A, right side window just ahead of the wing. $37 to lock it in and worth every penny. There's something about staring out at the clouds that calms me. Like the horizon keeps my anxiety in check. I've been thinking about that view all day as me one tiny oasis. Of course, I almost missed the flight anyway. Security lines were a nightmare. And by the time I was speedy walking toward the gate, they were calling final boarding for Group 4. I was half jogging, clutching my backpack like a lifeline, panting as the gate agent scanned my phone with that casual smile like she hadn't just saved my day. The plane itself felt like a human puzzle stuffed into a metal tube, people leaning into the aisle, overhead bins crammed full, a baby crying somewhere near the back. I sidestepped down the narrow aisle, scanning for my row, counting 12, 13, 14, 15, and then it stopped. There she was, a woman maybe mid-42s. Platinum blonde hair with a perfect blowout that already had a couple dark roots peeking through. Big white sunglasses on the plane, mind you, and a sparkly pink neck pillow like it was a fashion statement. She was scrolling through her phone, totally athome, like she owned the place. And she was in my window seat. I glanced at my ticket again. 18A, no mistake. I cleared my throat, trying to be polite. Hey, you think you might be in my seat? I'm supposed to be the window. 18A, she didn't even look up. Oh no, Jack is witched. I get motion sickness in the middle or aisle, so I need the window. It blinked. I'm sorry, but I booked that seat. I actually paid extra for it. I really need the window. I'm a nervous flyer. Finally, she lifted her sunglasses to the top of her head and looked at me like I just asked her for her firstborn child. Wow. Seriously, you can't just be a decent person for 4 hours. I get nauseous. I need the horizon. I felt my face heat, but it stayed steady. I'm not trying to be difficult, I promise. But I paid for that seat. I need it for anxiety. The teenage girl in the middle, her daughter I guessed, sank lower into her hoodie, earbuds in, clearly wishing she could disappear. The blonde woman sighed dramatically and threw her hands up like the universe had betrayed her. Unbelievable. Young people these days. God forbid someone help an older woman with medical needs. At that point, a flight attendant approached, smiling the way only someone used to mid-air drama can. Is everything all right here? She's sitting in my assigned seat, I explained, handing over my boarding pass. The woman cut in. I need the window. I'll get sick otherwise. The attendant glanced at my ticket, then nodded. Sir, this is your seat. Ma'am, I'm afraid you'll need to move to your assigned seat. We can't have unapproved switches. Discrimination, she hissed. But after a few more muttered complaints, she shifted to the middle, fuming. I slid into my window's seat finally and pressed my forehead to the cool glass, letting myself exhale. I wish that was the end. For the next 15 minutes, I got a running commentary of whispered insults. Some people just have no empathy. I hope he enjoys watching me throw up. Then came the armrest war. She kept jabbing her elbow into my side like she was trying to stake a territorial claim. I tried to ignore it. Headphones in, music up. But tension in a plane is like secondhand smoke. You can't avoid breathing it in. By the time the drink cart rolled through, I flagged down the same attendant and quietly said, Hey, just so you know, she's been elbowing me and coughing in my direction. I'm not looking for trouble, but just in case. The attendant gave me this look. Half sympathy, half, oh, it's her again. Leaned in and whispered. She gave us trouble at check-in, too. You're doing fine. That's when I got the idea. While she was fussing with her tray table, I angled my phone and started a silent video. No flash, no sound. I wasn't planning to post it anywhere. I just wanted a record in case she tried something. And sure enough, turbulence hit. The plane jolted, seatbelt sign chimed, and the captain's voice crackled about light turbulence for the next 25 minutes. That's when she gasped like we dropped 5,500 FT. Oh my God, this is why I needed the window. Before I could even react, she leaned across me, reaching over my chest toward the glass. I need to see the horizon. I blocked her with my arm. Ma'am, please don't grab me. I'm gonna be sick, she shouted loud enough for the front row to hear. Her hand landed on my shoulder, and that was it. I pressed the call button. 2 attendants appeared fast. One of them Adol guy with the kind of calm, dead serious face that says, "Don't test me." He said, "Ma'am, you need to remain seated." "Stop reaching across the row." "She's lying," the woman snapped. "He's been harassing me the whole flight. He even recorded me. I'm the one with anxiety here." I handed the attendant my phone without a word. He looked at the screen, then looked at her, and Heist's expression didn't budge. "Ma'am, please gather your things. You'll need to move." Her jaw dropped. "What? Him? He's the problem." "Ma'am," the other attendant said, voice like steel, "this is your final warning." She stood up so fast, her neck pillow fell into the aisle, and her daughter followed silently. As they shuffled toward the back, a man across the aisle muttered, "Finally?" I thought that was it. But 25 minutes later, I saw her up front, whispering furiously to the towel attendant. I caught bits of it. Harassment, unsafe, recorded without permission. He stayed calm, said they'd reviewed the footage, that I'd done nothing wrong, that she had created the disturbance. Then came the moment that felt like a movie. A passenger in business casual stood up and said, "Lady, no offense, but we all watched what happened. You stole his seat, argued with the crew, and now you're playing the victim. Just stop." You could feel the air in the cabin change. Another voice chimed in. An older woman, too, rose up, not even looking up from her crossword. "He's right. We saw everything." Karen, though I didn't know her name, she was definitely a Karen, realized the whole front half of the plane was against her. Her face wintered. She hissed something under her breath, and the attendant gestured her back to her new seat. As she stormed off, a few people actually clapped. "There is to the flight, peaceful." I leaned into my window, watched the sunset turn the clouds golden lavender, and let my shoulders finally relax. For the first time in weeks, I felt in control. After we landed, I stayed seated, letting the aisle clear. The last thing I wanted was an awkward standoff in the jet bridge, but then I heard a soft voice. Her daughter. She mumbled, "Hey, I'm sorry about earlier." She's always like that. I told her she didn't need to apologize for someone else. She gave a tiny smile and slipped away. When I finally stepped off the plane, a gate agent waved me over and handed me a little white envelope. "Captain wanted you to have this," she said. "Thanks for keeping your cool." Inside was a $250 travel voucher and a handwritten note. "Thanks for your patience. Hope your next flight is smoother." Walking to baggage claim, I felt lighter than I had in days. That window seat, that little patch of sky I defended, it wasn't just a view. It was a reminder that you don't have to yell or fight to stand up for yourself. Sometimes staying calm is the loudest thing you can do. So tell me, what would you have done in my shoes? Would you have given up the seat or stood your ground? Drop a comment and let me know if I was right to hold my line or if you think I should have just let it go. And if you've ever had your own Karen on a plane moment, I want to hear that, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stories.